I apologize if it's hard to understand me. I'm just getting over some throat sickness. IT hiring trends. I'm going to start with a short and simple history of how IT became important in business. With the introduction of computers, the speed at which business could take place grew very, very rapidly. And with that, data structures, storage capacities became larger. So big businesses could transfer a lot of processing to computer systems. And computerized integration soon became a very popular thing. Every level of business required a computer that could do some sort of processing that would make the whole organization more efficient. Things like manufacturing became more automated, and that sprung up the need for computer professionals that could work on those machines and do the programming. There also became more and more checks to ensure that business levels were functioning properly, things like shipment tracking and online orders, and expanded employee monitoring became part of an IT position. With major advances in IT, there became a need for full IT integration. Things like electronic banking and stock market trade advances using computers took over the business field. Big data, cloud computing, and further internet expansion gave an edge for all sizes of businesses, including small businesses, not just big business. But that also created a need for IT professionals, even in small businesses. And the computer marketplace itself diversified and gave rise to better products and more competition, and created customized solutions and subscription-based services. And soon data and information security became very important to businesses. But with that comes the need for very well-trained IT staffs to support these networks and departments. So as IT changed, so did the hiring process. As technology advanced, the need for more diverse and better trained IT professionals became a forefront. Businesses started looking at more than just your technical skills in things like banking and other jobs in an IT department where you would come in contact with a lot of sensitive data. Companies wanted to hire people that were very trustworthy and loyal. There also became a higher demand for previously experienced and certified professionals. So the technical part of the hiring never went away. It's just that trust and loyalty became more important than they once were. And organizations like CompTIA came about to standardize IT professionals with certifications like A+ certification. And with more computerized systems, IT departments became bigger. One example of a computer company is Google. In 2003, they had just over 1,500 employees. And in 2010, they expanded all the way up to 25,000 employees. It's a computer company. That's not necessarily their IT department itself. But all of those professionals have a lot of experience with IT. And even through the recession, companies have been expanding. The IT industry was valued globally at $3.2 trillion in 2011, and there were still almost 500,000 unfilled jobs in the IT field. And not just the number of jobs expanded, the productivity did as well with innovation and advancement. so the same number of people could produce more and be better at their jobs as technology advanced with them. Things like cloud computing, for example, have allowed IT companies to minimize costs and specialize and outsource their needed IT services, which leads to a boom in cloud computing professionals. Now, currently, hiring trends that are happening right now are very diverse. Forbes, for example, reported on the 25 tech companies hiring most right now, and companies like Microsoft and IBM are continuing to hire, but also places like Amazon, primarily an e-commerce based company. Forbes also reported on the best paying entry-level internship positions from 2013. And for an entry-level internship with VMware, which was the number one, the monthly base pay was over $6,000 for an entry-level position. The United States itself is expected to experience the highest growth of employment in filled positions over the next 2 years globally, according to KMPG, at 61% expansion. In Information Week reported on the top 5 trends and skills that were needed in 2014. Big data skills, SAP database skills, the expansion of CIO, Chief Information Officer roles, gained a lot of responsibility. Social recruiting became a very big trend, and so did talent management. For big data, things like social media management and mining for information, business and commercial data for business-to-business acquisitions and things like that, as well as customer data, which is probably the most important, being, for example, buying habits or cookies that track your history so then they can target advertising to you. Now, talent management itself is referring to how companies recruit and keep employees. Cloud computing and mobile development were also named as very big trends that they see expanding in major companies. And some specific positions that are expected to be the most necessary in 2014 are software developers, database administrators, security professionals, help desk workers, network admins, Unix system professionals, as Unix has been growing in popularity, and mobile developers, seeing as Android and iOS are becoming more and more common amongst the average person. And so that becomes a very good gateway for businesses to get product and advertising to their customers. And security has become a very big issue. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, cyber attacks have increased by 17-fold just from 2009 to 2011 on U.S. infrastructure. And private businesses are seeing a serious expansion of threats to customer information. Take the recent Target breach, for example. Now, vulnerabilities are always present in software, but there is a move to plug a lot of those holes because profit loss and customer loss by successful attacks are a very big cost for companies. Projected growth over the course to 2020 by the Bureau of Labor Statistics says that software developers in the industry are projected to grow job number wise 72%, as well as management positions in IT roughly 40%, business and financial operations roughly 50%, computer and mathematical positions including programmers, system analysts, software application developers, and software system developers are expected to grow about 50%, as well as support specialists. Office and administration are also expected to grow roughly 40%, and that's just in IT fields, with most of these requiring some form of bachelor's degree typically, as well as certifications and experience. So in conclusion, IT is an ever-expanding field that's constantly updating and changing. So the hiring trends within the field are also constantly updating and changing. Different skills are needed, and different knowledge bases are needed, as well as more people that companies can trust with loyalty and sensitive information. But there's going to be no shortage of positions available for IT professionals in business in the near future, seeing as IT is likely to never go away. Thank you very much, and I apologize for how I sound. I'm still a little sick. Thank you very much.